I sent when I was there, when Maidan ended and we were working on the rough cut, I called to my friends to United States. And listen, I live in the US for last 15, 16 years. And I have extensive connections. And I did a lot of movies. And I was awarded before. So I have a lot of friends who are in the industry with whom I worked. So I called to a couple of my friends who worked with Netflix. And I asked them to show it to HBO, to Netflix, to Magnolia, to Radius, to Participant, to main kind of outlets that are working with this stuff. I guess Netflix was the fastest one in terms of response to that. They also amazing team that supporting documentaries, starting from Ted Sarandos, who a big supporter of documentaries, to Lisa Nishimura, to Adam Del Deo. So my best friend, Lati Grobman, whom I know because of my Israeli background, because Lati is also Israeli, who was born in Russia. So we both kind of went through this journey, Russia, Israel, and United States, and we both filmmakers. So I spoke with Lati, and I said, Lati, can you show it to friends? And she said, yeah, just send me rough cut. So I called to Lati, I sent her the first rough cut, and immediately after a week, Lati said, come back to US, let's sit with them. They're interested. So this is how it happens. And Lati also helped to bring on board another friend, John Bartek, who is 3 times Oscar-winning, amazing British documentary producer. So all together we met with Netflix in 2014, and together we literally decided that we need to make more wider story. Wider because the first draft cut was more Ukrainian version. I guess I not was so much objective being on the ground and not able to tell some elements of the story like history before. For me, I knew the history of Ukraine. Americans didn't. So this was missing. The understanding why people came to the square, for me it was so obvious. For the American audience, not. Or for Western audience. I can't specifically say American because you know what? Yeah, the story in the media during Maidan not was exposed to the Western audience enough. It was exposed in Europe, but not was exposed on our side here. So Netflix said, you have a task to make it more wider so everybody who don't know anything, like zero, about the story in Ukraine can learn it, understand it. This was my task. And I, Lati, and John, we decided to approach Angus Wall, who was a fascinating editor, 2 Oscars for Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, Social Network. But what was important with Angus, he was combination editor and producer. He produced Errol Morris's documentaries before. And Errol Morris is the big documentarian. So Angus produced documentaries. And this was important for me. So we approached Angus. Angus said, I'm ready. I love it. Trust me, like you teared, he was crying so many times through the rough cut. He said, I want to help you to tell this story. It's something that I feel that need to be told. It's something that need to be told because it have universal appeal. And he said, I will help you to find the right editor, and I will help you to reshape the image to the wider audience. And he brought on board amazing editor Will Snidarik. He brought on board amazing Patrick Clare, who did this fascinating graphic story at the beginning. Yeah. And Patrick is, I think, Emmy-winning graphic producer, amazing person. And all this team together, we started to work. Then I brought another person whom I approached when I was on Maidan. I called him before from Maidan, and I asked him to write some music, Jasha Kleber, who worked with Hans Zimmer. Listen, the biggest of the industry. Young guy who wanted to do something emotional, because he always was writing emotional pieces for Captain Phillips, Dark Knight. So he wanted to do something on his own. And you know what? So team was growing. Exactly like he was growing on Maidan this every day. Yeah. My team in America was growing. And you know what? And it became a fascinating story. And Netflix was just observing this and saying, guys, hats off, you're doing a great job. And I was enjoying that studio not telling me what to do, but just saying, congrats, you're doing a great job. And it was amazing to have their support, you know what? And this is how the movie basically happens. Now, I always put in parallel between Maidan movement and the combination of my team, because you know what? Only with the unity of everybody and togetherness, Maidan won. Only because of the same combination, unity of all people that came to me on Maidan, and togetherness of the crew, that everybody were putting their heart and soul into that. All kind of together, we created this movie. So it's their achievement. It's achievement of my guys in Maidan. It's achievement of my team here in UK, because I was editing also in UK, having Jinx Godfrey, another Oscar-winning editor, consulting us, or Edwin Morton, who is a big violin player in Europe, who born in Ukraine, but he's Hungarian. And he came, brought amazing Stradivarius violin, and he was performing for Jasha when they were recording live strings, live orchestra for the movie. So it was collaborating on everybody who was feeling the pain and the same time who achieved their goal. It was the pride for the Ukrainians. It was inspiration for what we saw there. And you know what? People achieved their goal. They achieved by winning the Maidan. We achieved by creating this story that people every day enjoy seeing on Netflix.